Would you like to level up your business? Are you ready to really ramp things up? What if you could double your fees and your prices, or 5 times them, or 10 times your fees and your prices? What would that do to your business? And more important, what would it do to your life? My name is Ann Carden. I am your favorite next level scale up strategist and consultant, and I want to show you how you can do this in your business, just like I've done and how I help my clients do it. Now, if you're a coach, a consultant, a marketing agency owner, I can bet you're probably undervaluing what you do. Now, I do want to say you need to be good at what you do. If you're not good at what you do, you're probably not ready to raise your prices or your fees yet. You need to go get good, and then you can come back and watch this video. But let me share with you how you can actually make this happen in your business. But think about this for a moment. Take what you made last year and double it. At the very minimum, double it. Wow, what's that new number look like? Or 5 times it. Take it times 5, or take it times 10. Or take what you're making on a monthly basis consistently and take that times 5 or 10, or at the very minimum, double it. I want to show you how you can do this and how I help my clients do this as well. So the very first thing is you have to change your mindset. You have to change your thinking. You cannot get something new with old thinking. And so this is the very first step, is your mindset actually has to go to the next level before your prices can, and your fees can, and your business can. You may be sitting there thinking to yourself, nobody's going to pay me more for what I'm doing. I mean, nobody's going to pay me double to run their social media account. Nobody's going to pay me 5 times, to do SEO. Nobody's going to pay me 10 times to build a website, or whatever it is you do. Or nobody's going to pay me 10 times to coach them. Whatever it is you do, that's a mindset thing, right? Now, I do want to say you need to be working in your brilliance, in what I call your expertise, your sweet spot. So when I say you need to be working in your expertise, what I'm talking about is expertise with an X, right? So expertise, because it's all about your experience, your skills, your knowledge, merged with what I like to call your X factor, which is your qualities and your gifts and your talents. And when you put those two things together, you now have your sweet spot. And your sweet spot is your money spot. It's your brilliance spot. It's the place where people will pay you more for what you do. Now, if you're working what I like to call out of alignment, or you're not really, again, very confident or very good at the results that you can deliver for your clients, then it's not likely you really are going to be able to raise your fees. But when you're working in your brilliance, this can be your competitive edge, your advantage, and it can not only set you apart in the marketplace, but you'll be able to demand higher prices and higher fees. So your mindset has to shift first. Second, you have to make sure your business is structured in the right way, that people will gladly and happily pay you those fees. So think about this for a moment. I'm a business consultant. I work with people to help them do this in their business and really scale up and level up. And if I can help you make hundreds of thousands of dollars, or maybe even get your business to $1 million, would that be worth $50,000? Of course, right? It's like buying money at a discount. But it's the same for you, and it doesn't always have to be money. I mean, you may be a life coach, or you may be a relationship coach. It really doesn't matter. Here's what matters: the problem you solve, or the pain that you help people overcome. The bigger the problem, the bigger the pain, the bigger the result, the more you should charge. And a lot of people aren't doing this. Like, they're just charging what the industry tells them to charge, or they're kind of doing what everyone else does, instead of really learning how to restructure their business and their offers so they can get premium clients and premium prices. I remember years ago when I first started coaching, and probably 8 or 9 years ago, I've been coaching for about 10 years. And about 8 or 9 years ago, I was running a seminar for coaches and marketing agency owners. And I was going to show them how to make more money in their business, and how to restructure things, and all the things that I help people do. And I remember right before I went to that seminar, I heard my mentor, I was listening to my mentor, some kind of a podcast or something she was doing. And I remember her saying, you should have a $50,000 offer. If you don't have a $50,000 offer, you can't sell it. And I thought, $50,000? Are you kidding me? And again, this was many years ago. And I remember going to the seminar and I brought this up to the whole room full of people that I had there. And I said, I was told, on the way here by my mentor, you should have a $50,000 offer. And I remember you could have heard a pin drop in that room. I mean, everybody, it was like they held their breath. Like, what? A $50,000 offer? Well, here's the thing. I mean, now I help people put together $200,000 offers and $100,000 offers and close, big offers. And so now that doesn't even sound like a lot to me because it's become the new norm, because my mindset shifted. As time went on, I realized and I owned my value and I helped my clients own their value. And now a $50,000 offer doesn't even sound that big anymore, because it's now the new normal or the new standard. And my mind has gone there thinking, yeah, it's the new normal. I mean, this is worth at least $50,000. And so your mindset has to make that shift. But then you have to make sure that things are structured in a way that it's really just a no-brainer for your clients or your prospects to want to buy from you. You have to structure your offer so that they see the value. So it's a high perceived value. And again, I think I got off track a little, but I said, it doesn't matter even if you're a relationship coach. What is it worth for someone to stay in their marriage and not lose everything or have to split everything up and break up their family? What is it for someone who has struggled with health issues? Maybe you're a health and wellness coach or consultant. What is it if someone is struggling with health issues and it's ruining their life? What would that be worth to them? So it doesn't have to just be money. And a lot of people think that, well, you're a business consultant, and so you help people make money. Well, here's the thing. Big pains and problems are things that people will pay good money for. I mean, I don't remember now what Tony Robbins, I should have looked it up before I got on this video. I don't remember what Tony Robbins charges for a day, but I'm thinking it's like around $1 million. So, you might be saying to yourself, who would pay somebody $1 million to work with them for a day? But that's a mindset thing, right? Because Tony Robbins knows his value. He owns his value, and he knows what his time is worth. And that's what I'm saying here is, have you truly owned your value? Do you really understand what your time is worth and what you're able to deliver to your clients and the value that brings them? When I help people, if I can help people add hundreds of thousands of dollars or even over $1 million or $1.5 million or whatever that is in a year's time, is that worth 50 grand? Of course it is, right? And so you have to think about, what is the result that you're giving people? What is it you are helping people do? And if you can help them get out of that pain, and trust me, I've turned around enough businesses to realize that when people have everything on the line and they're going to lose everything, and it's a stretch for them to pay your fees. But all of a sudden their life is better and everything turns around and, they have this flourishing, thriving business. That was worth every penny to them. So my guess is you might be playing small in your business. You may not be charging what you could be charging. So think about this. Think about what you're brilliant at. Make sure your business is structured and positioned around your brilliance, because this is what will help you get higher fees. When you are working in your brilliance, in your sweet spot, it's kind of merging your expertise, your skills, your knowledge with your X factor, which is your gifts and your talents, and you merge those two things together, you now can develop a sweet spot for your business. And when you're working in your sweet spot, it's also your money spot, because you already know you can deliver, you know the value, you've probably spent a long time learning what you've learned and understanding the value and the results that you can bring to your clients and how to get them results. And so you need to own that, and you need to charge for that. Don't underestimate what people will pay you for that. So once your mindset gets to a different place, and now you've restructured your business and your services and your offers to have a really high perceived value, so people will say yes to you, Now it's time to make sure that your marketing strategy, the niche you're working in, the message you put out there is going to bring the right clients to you. Because look, you can't target broke people and try to sell a $100,000 offer. It's not going to happen. Now, you might get one here and there, a needle in a haystack kind of thing, but that's not really the way to build an incredible business. So what you need to do is think about who's a better audience. And when you level up your business and you scale up your business, it also means a lot of times leveling up your clients, leveling up your brand, leveling up your fees. It means all of those things have to follow. So you can't just raise your prices. It's not quite that simple. It requires everything going to the next level. Your strategy has to go to the next level. The final thing is you have to work on your sales process. You have to have a better sales process when you're looking to close high value clients. If I can close $50,000 clients over the phone with one phone conversation, I know you can do it as well. And my clients do it too. So, but you've got to have a better process. You've got to have a dialed in process. And more than anything, you've got to be very confident in the fact that you can deliver what you say you can deliver, and you're very, very confident in your prices, that you own those prices, like you own your value and you really know what you're worth. And when you do this, your clients will feel that, or your prospects will feel that too. If it becomes your new norm, it's going to be easier for you to get those fees. So you need the right sales process. I'm thinking about one of my clients, and I first started working with her. She was charging about $1,500 a month, and she was doing a 3-month, package. And she said I would even discount my fees because I didn't think people would pay me more, and I felt like that's what I had to do to get a client. And I remember we had been working together probably a little over a week and a half maybe, and she got someone that came to her, a prospect that was interested in her services. And I had already been talking to her about, wow, you're really undervaluing what you do, and we need to work on your prices and restructure things. And we had already been having those conversations. And so she sent me an email, and she was really proud of herself. And she said, well, this person wants this and this and this. And I was going to charge him $5,000, but I knew you would tell me to double those. So she said, it's now going to be a $10,000 offer, and I'm going to write the proposal for $10,000. And first of all, I would never write a proposal for $10,000. That's just such a waste of time. You should be able to close a $10,000 deal with one 30-minute or 40-minute conversation if things are structured right. But she was proud of herself, and I looked at everything, and I said, Amy, this is not a $10,000 offer. This is a $50,000 offer. And she's like, what? And I said, no, this is a $50,000 offer. So once I worked with her on her owning her value and her mindset and all of those things, we rewrote the proposal. And she went back to the client and she gave him the proposal for $50,000. Now, she didn't close it for 50. She closed it for 48,000 because they ended up taking off some little thing that they decided they didn't need. But needless to say, quite a boost, right? I mean, that was more than 10 times her fees for sure. And here's the thing, you can do this too when you are owning what you do. You own your brilliance, you own your value, you value your time. I was having a conversation with someone the other day who is a marketer, and I said, look, your done for you services should be your highest price services. He wanted to consult, and he said, I'm tired of doing done for you services because, I would rather consult. Doing done for you is just too much. Well, it's too much when you're not charging what you need to be charging. But if you're charging what you need to be, you can get help and you can have other people helping you do those services. But most marketers aren't really doing that. They're not charging the fees that will really help them build their business and scale their business doing done for you services. So let me just recap for a few minutes here and just kind of go back over what I talked about. Your mindset has to level up before your business can, before your prices can, before your fees can. You've got to make sure you're working in your sweet spot, your money spot, your brilliance, your expertise with an X. You have to make sure that things are structured in the right way, that you're solving a big pain or a big problem, or you're giving someone a big result. And your positioning in the marketplace has to make you look like the expert and the go-to person for that result or for that solution. And then you've got to make sure that your marketing strategy and everything backs up what you say you do. And you've got to make sure that you're targeting a niche who would happily pay you that money and has the money and the means to pay you that. And then you've got to make sure your sales process is completely dialed in. So it's a no-brainer for your potential clients to say yes to you and to what it is you offer. So when you do these things, it can be rinse and repeat, and you can really ramp up your business, put your business on steroids, and you can work with less people making a lot more. And it can really help you get those big, big financial leaps. I've had clients that have literally added hundreds of thousands of dollars in just a very short amount of time, like 45 to 60 days, hundreds of thousands of dollars in new business just by helping them restructure what they're doing in their business. So I hope this is helpful for you. Think about what you're charging. Think about how you can double that. Think about how you can 5 times it or 10 times it. And I want to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel right now so you can get more great information. And if I can help you raise your fees by 5 or 10 times, or you're ready to really scale up or level up your business, then I want to invite you to book a call. And the link will be right under this video for you to be able to do that. And let's take a look at your business and see what your opportunity is in your business. I'll bet you are playing too small. So my name is Ann Carden. You have an amazing day, and I will be talking to you next time. Go level up, scale up, let's do it, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.